Hi everybody, this is Christine. My channel is Tanky's Crafting Mom, and today we're going to make a witch's hat. And when I say a witch's hat, I'm talking this cute little thing right here. There's going to be a little bit of variation, not a lot. And what you're going to need to make this is a 12-inch paper mache cone from Hobby Lobby. You're going to need a block for flowers, you know, you stick flowers in. Some people use the pool noodles to put flowers in. Whatever you use will work just fine. You're going to need Halloween flowers. You might want some pumpkins, some skeletons, some skulls. There's no rules. Just whatever you like that you might have that you're doing Halloween decorations with right now will work great. Now, the way you're going to make this flat record wavy like this is very simple. You're going to get your nuts and bolts. Any nuts and bolts from the garage will work. You can stack nuts and bolts. These just happen to be some big ones that were in our can of nuts and bolts. I have a lot of nuts and bolts. Well, I mean my husband. And then what I'm using is, this is a big old pizza pan I have. And then before I put it in the oven or nuts and bolts or anything on it, I cover it with parchment paper. So if it's something you're going to eat off of, put parchment paper on it first, okay? Then you're going to take it. I'm going to lower you down now. You're going to take your nuts and bolts, and you're just going to sit them on your pizza pan, and then place your record on it. You want to preheat your oven to 275. I wouldn't go hotter than 275 just because this way, when it melts, the way you've got the divots here, this is where the bolts are not. So it'll stay up where the bolts are, and then it'll sink down in between where the openings are. And that's going to tell you where your flat part of your record's going to be. If you're baking it and you open it up and you don't like how it looks, you can adjust the nuts and bolts to go to a different direction if that's what you want, making it easier. So, I mean, it's so easy. And if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask me in the comments, or you can email me at tankysdiymom@gmail.com, and I'll help you get that done. It's so easy. Don't be intimidated, okay? And then what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've painted the 12-inch paper mache cone, okay? And then I painted it with the black Waverly ink chalk paint. And then I went over it with that same glitter glue I talked about last week, the black glitter glue I got at Walmart. And then this is how it looks for us. And you can do any color you want. You could do purple. You could put fabric over it, like I did the one that I showed you previously. Anything you'd like to do is fine. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to glue this down to the record. Just put some glue along here. Some hot glue. Just to get it to stay put. This is my SureBonder glue gun. I don't have an affiliate with them or anything. It's just a really super hot glue, and it stays put really well. But it will burn you, so be careful, okay? So we're gluing that down, just that simple. Doesn't have to be exact. And you can take some glue around the outer edge of it, just to kind of secure it down so it doesn't move. Just going around, just securing that down. And none of this is going to show because we're going to cover this up. There we go. Then take your block of styrofoam and your long little razor knife that you get at the dollar store. Now be careful you don't cut yourself with this. There we go. And then you're not going to want real thick blocks. You're just going to want, what's that? An inch? So let's cut that down an inch. If you do more, that's fine. All you're going to do is stick the flowers you're going to use on this, so it just gives it a place to hold on to. You could go more than an inch. You can go less. It's not going to show. And then just, you know, cut it lengthwise. And we're going to glue this around the edge. Let's do it up like this. I haven't made one of these for, probably 6 years. So I'm excited to be showing you this and getting back and making it myself. This one is actually going to go to California. My cousin asked me to make her one a while back, and I told her I would, so this kind of gives me someone to talk to while I do it. See how I'm just adding glue to the styrofoam, and then I'm just pushing it right against it. I'm going to do that all the way around. You can have gaps. It's not life-threatening if there's gaps, because the glue is going to hold everything in place anyway. So I don't want you to worry about that. I think you'll have a really good time making this, and it's so simple. And it's such a conversation piece, because most of your witch's hats aren't made from records as their base. So it's just fun. So I'm going to throw some more glue on here. There we go. About done. And there we are. So it's all glued in place. I'm trying to keep that where y'all can see what I'm doing. I apologize if I got out of frame. I'm just going to let that hot glue dry for a minute. Doesn't take very long for that. The album itself is done. You're not going to do anything else to the album. Just clearing everything off. And then go ahead and pick out whatever flowers you like. These were some that were at the dollar store earlier in the year. I hope you all were able to get some. If not, maybe you'll have some in your stash. I've got purples and blacks. I've got some of these orange picks. We're going to use those. Of course, we have to throw some purple in there. I've got some black flowers with the eyeballs, and I've got some orange. What do they call that? Let's see, what do they call this? Well, they call it a branch. Okay, we'll go with that. That's easy. Okay, so what you're going to do is just take your flowers of choice. You can use scissors. You can use wire cutters and just cut them. And then you can use some hot glue, or you can just stick them right to the styrofoam, whatever you'd like to do. I personally like to add a little hot glue, but it's totally a choice. The only reason I like to add the hot glue is it makes sure that it's going to stay in that green and it's not going to shift. And I'm just kind of doing it across from each other, but that's not something you have to do. Like I said, there's no rules. There's just having fun and doing what looks good to you. So here's some plain purple. We're going to throw that in there. I like my flowers really full. So if you like your flowers full and tight together, then, you know, consider that you're going to need more than if you just have them lightly branched out. These are just wire cutters right here, and they do cut through these branches pretty well. I'm just going to keep doing this. Now, if you think about it, I would really appreciate if you'd like and subscribe to my channel. I'm a new YouTuber, so I am learning, and I appreciate anything you can do to help me get noticed by YouTube to grow my channel. And of course, every video I hope to get better. It'd be really bad if I got worse, wouldn't it? So see how I'm just go ahead and just adding those flowers. I start at the top, but you can start anywhere. Okay, let's see. I'm sorry, I should be doing them where you can see me doing it, huh? I apologize. They said it's a learning process. There you go. Was that a little better where you could see what I was doing? I forget you all can't see from this angle yet. I'm hoping to find another angle that works better. And I will. Just hang in there with me if you would, please. And we'll just get better and better. I don't think we can get much worse. I mean, I did half of that without y'all even seeing it, huh? Now what I'm doing is I'm just cutting a spider. And this is a black one. It was on the florals I had from the dollar store. If you got any of the florals this year with the eyeballs and such in them, you're going to have these spiders. So just pull all that out and take a look and see what you can find. A little hard doing it backwards, but that's okay. I don't mind. There we go. So in the comments below, let me know what you think about using the record for the base of the hat. If you think that's a fun idea, or that's just something might be a little too hard for you to do, which is totally understandable. Some people aren't comfortable with that type of stuff. I know the first time I did it, I thought, oh, is this going to work? And I was pleasantly surprised that it did. So let's see. I'm rotating black and purple because I want them to enhance each other. I don't want too many black or too many purple. What would have been fun is to have some orange flowers, but when I went through my stash, I didn't find any orange. This is actually going to be the easy part. The fun part's coming next when we start decorating inside where the flowers and such are. Now I've gone and I haven't got the stem on this one, so I've just added some to it. And then I'm just going to stick it right in here against the green foam and the cone itself. I apologize. I have 6 Chihuahuas and a Dachshund. And that little Dachshund is the one you hear. She tends to bark the most. Her name's Princess. Tanky is, he's my favorite. I guess if you have a favorite. I've had him the longest of my dogs. He's going to be 16 in January. It's hard to believe it. He's such an angel. There we go. Just throwing some more. I don't use the Surebond or glue sticks. I just grab glue sticks. I haven't really noticed a difference because I don't use the Surebond exclusively, so I can't really tell you if one's better than the other. But I do like their glue gun very much. I love these eyeballs. Do you love these eyeballs? I just think they are so cute. Has anybody else out there started decorating for Halloween? You started getting your packages out and stuff? My granddaughter's going to stay with me next weekend, and we're going to watch the Hocus Pocus 2. That is going to be so fun. I hope it's as good as the first one. I don't know how they can top the first one. That was such a great movie. Anybody else out there enjoy the first Hocus Pocus? I was thinking of doing the Sanderson sisters yard decoration that you paint on the boards. And then I thought, well, a lot of people don't have front porches. They might live in apartments. So I was thinking maybe of using the planks to do that. I mean, if somebody else hears that and does it, that's great. I have no problem with people following my ideas. I think it's a compliment. But I was thinking of getting some planks and just drawing it and doing the small ones because they have those short planks at the dollar store. I thought, gosh, that would be fun to do for someone who doesn't have an outer area, but they wanted to do the Sanderson sisters inside. So So we'll see. We're kind of running out of time. Before you know it, it's going to be November. I can't believe how fast this year's flying by. It's been insane. See, I'm just kind of sticking these in. I'm kind of angling them a little bit. Some of them I'm just doing straight in. I haven't been using these yet. These little things yet. We'll stick those in when we do the major decorating. So I haven't forgotten those. I just haven't wanted to use them at this point. But if that's something you like, then please, by all means, do it. Like I said in my very first video, once you turn this off, it's 100% your baby. Ha! There we go. It's a good thing I have a lot of flowers. It does take a lot of flowers. There we are. I just love them with the eyeballs in them. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm just going to pause you, and I'm going to continue putting flowers around it, covering all the green, and then I will be back, and we'll start doing the fun part of decorating the flower area.